Okay, so Jamie, finally, I had to buy him a whole computer.
I popped my cherry,
I
my
gave him a new
Cyberpunk
I gave
cherry.
him a new computer, and then he went out. He got GOG, the
Yep.
platform GOG, the game
Yep.
launcher, and then
hmm
he got Cyberpunk for cheap. What was it, $40 US?
I think it was 47. Yeah.
47. That's
It
still
was
it's
it was like
cheaper than
10 or 20% off, something like that.
yeah.
So,
So it's cheaper on the GOG system. So he got it on there, and then he got it installed,
hmm
and he's been
and then
playing.
I
So
had issues with my computer. Remember,
yeah, I don't know what the
some
hell
weird
was going
thing.
on there. Well,
Yeah, I won't do that
you
again.
were installing unauthorized software. You only
No,
need
not
you only
unauthorized. I was trying to install a piece of software, and when I went to go uninstall it, it
it
uninstalled
uninstalled the
every
whole directory,
the
right?
whole directory, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's good. But
So
I think I figured it out, but I won't do that again. But
good,
yeah.
good,
So
good. Because
yes,
that was confusing for me. I couldn't
I'm
find the files. It was
I'm
confusing.
playing Cyberpunk 2077, and I
You
will
are.
tell you, I'm an RPG sort single player sort of person.
Yeah.
Okay. I like them. This game is a little different than, I mean, it's still an RPG single player. It is, I'm going to ask you about some procedural things, okay?
Okay.
Because now I'm used to, let me tell you what I'm used to. Like Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, uh, like my Fault Jedi Fallen Order. I've played other games like Assassin's Creed. I've played Battlefield's campaign mode, single player campaign mode, going through. But this particular game has so much stuff in it. It's like when I'm running through, I have a tendency it says, okay, you need to go to this place over here, and you got a little yellow dot, little yellow insignia that tells
Yeah.
you where to go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's however many meters away or whatever. But I have a tendency to walk around and pick stuff up and just and
Yeah.
look at things, like walk around. If it blinks and says it's a box that I can open, and it tells me
Yeah.
that says I can take something,
Yeah.
I take it
Yeah.
almost
Perfect.
every time. I mean,
Yeah. Every
like, even
time.
I find ashtrays on the floor
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
everything.
You gotta pick it all up, especially if
When
it's
I
low
get
level.
into a battle, and I kill a bunch of people, but there's still people that are shooting at me, I still try to
You
go
still
over
go clean it
and
all up. Sure. Yeah.
I clean up their stuff. Now I don't very often pick up bodies and hide them places, because it teaches you to do that in the tutorial. Picking up bodies and putting them in things, and I'm like, I ain't doing that.
You
Okay.
know, I can't be bothered with that. I'm too busy shooting
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I. But I'm one of those kind of players, so I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing or the wrong thing or what.
No, you're
Because
doing
I'm like,
perfect.
I'm just picking crap up. That's what I do, is I pick stuff up. And so,
Well, the
because
thing is, yeah,
I don't like
you got
rushing to
to.
do stuff.
Well, you got to because when you're low level, you first you need money, and
Yeah.
second, if you're going to try to do engineering or not engineering, but crafting, you're going to need materials. So either way, you got to pick stuff up to get either one of those.
Well, and that's the
So
thing. I haven't even gotten that far. I mean, I do certain things, and I'm like, and I know I could probably equip these things. You know how when you don't play these type of games all the time, I'm just kind of going through the motions right now. And at some point, I'll probably see, oh, there's this thing. Oh, I picked that thing up, and it's now giving me. I'm wearing a 3.9
yeah, you just go
vest, but
after your armor. Yeah,
I've got a 5.9 thing that I can put
hmm
on. I want to put that one on,
you should do
and
that
then I equip
already.
that one,
You're
right?
far enough in now. You should be doing that.
Okay. Because I'm only like a level 5 or 6 or something like
Yeah,
that.
but
I'm
you're
not
far
very
enough
heavy.
in. Level 6 is a turning point for a lot of uncommon items. So
Okay.
I would definitely say at least check the clothes. I don't
Uh-huh.
throw clothes. I don't get rid of clothes. I always keep them, and that's just because I like taking pictures. I don't know if you've taken any pictures yet, but you can take selfies and
No.
all this stuff. So I keep the clothes for pictures because it doesn't really matter
hmm
what level they are when you're just taking a photo, right? So
Yes. Right.
I just keep all the clothes, but I sell weapons, and obviously there's right now you probably haven't assigned many skills,
Not
but
many. Yeah.
you don't really want to do too much yet because you don't want to throw away your junk just yet. So later on you can have it automatically disassemble junk, which is
Uh-huh.
a crafting skill. It
Mm-hmm.
automatically disassembles junk, which is great for later on. But when you're new, you want to keep the junk because some junk is worth a lot of money. So you want to keep the money, so you sell the junk and you sell the
Gotcha.
weapons until you're ready to start building your own. If you're gonna do crafting, you don't have to do crafting, but the game is like geared to push you towards that because there's stuff you can get only if you're crafting. You
I
know
gotcha.
that like high end, like one of the best guns in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you can now keep your items in the car. They actually attached them, so now you don't have to use the apartment, which is great because now I never go to the apartment anymore. But because you can just bring the first car. I'm assuming you already have a car. I'm assuming so. Your
Yes.
first car
Yeah.
that you get, that's the car. That car, and there's other ones that do it too, but that car for sure lets you get in the trunk. Some of the cars you get, you can't get into the trunk or
Well, I
get
know that
into the
I went
stash.
from that first car that you first started out with. Now I have this other black car that Jackie
Oh, see, that's
souped up
because you
for me.
started as a nomad. So you lost the first car went away. You can get it
Yes,
back later though,
I
but
gotcha.
you're not ready for that yet. So you got to get past the prologue
I gotcha. I gotcha.
before you can do that. And if you ever, need to know where it is, I'll tell you. But
That's
the
fine.
well, I mean, when you're ready, if you want to go get that car, I'll tell you where it is. It's
Okay.
not
Now,
it doesn't come up automatically. You have to go there to get it to
okay.
come up and tell you where it is.
So the funny part is that you knew what my character was going to be like,
Oh yeah,
didn't
I
you?
guessed it. I said I'm gonna guess that you played a
You're a
male
nomad,
nomad. Yeah, it
and
just
I'm
fits
a
you.
male.
It just fits you. It doesn't matter that you're
Yeah.
a male. I just know the characters that you play typically
Yeah.
that's gonna suit you because you're not corporate and you're not really a street kid. I'm more closer to a street kid than you. So it's like, but I played them all, but
Yeah.
you pick the perfect one because in my opinion the game is totally designed for the
For that one.
Australians. I don't know why they love Australians so much in Poland, but these guys love the Australian story, the male Australian story specifically, is the best outcomes. Like you can get everything that a guy would ever need. Okay, if you play an Australian female, you have an option to have a relationship with a lady, but she's a street kid. When you're an Australian when,
Mm.
when you're an Australian when you're a nomad male, you have an opportunity to have a relationship with a female nomad, which is that's what I'm saying. It's just like all the
Yes.
stars align when you play male nomad. Okay, and the
All right.
nomads are the most generous people. You get all kinds of crap that you don't get from the other. There's just, I mean, the nomads in general are just super generous people. They give you
Uh-huh.
stuff, they help you. They're the most encouraging. The corpos, they're all terrible. The street kids, they're all just trying to be clout and we'll kick
Yeah.
your ass. You go fight the Valentinos. So I don't think you've had not encountered the Valentinos yet. So
Yeah. No. No.
you'll understand when you get to that point. Where you're
I'm
like,
working for Deshaun right now.
yeah. So you're
Yeah.
still in the prologue. So
Yeah.
you've got a little you've also said you've been to Lizzie's, so
Yes.
because you met Evelyn. Have you
Yep.
been to meet the Maelstroms yet? Have you gone to go meet up with
Yes.
Jackie?
That I have. We went and shot up the place and picked up the girl out of the. No, wait, that's a different thing.
No, the
Yeah.
Maelstroms, you go
No,
to
no.
All
I've gone to the
Foods.
doctor. I've gone to the doctor,
Yeah,
and
that's the first thing.
he's given me a
Gave you an
implant eye
eyeball.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And I went from there to the next thing, and I had, oh yeah, yeah, and they're like these weird looking creatures with like their faces bashed in and stuff, like with the eyeballs and things, and like
Yeah.
weird looking characters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's and the guy that I'm because I needed to get the flathead robot from the dude,
Yeah,
but he'd already bought it. He'd
yeah.
already bought it, and then they had a feud
That's the
within the thing and
Maelstroms.
killed him. Now I had to take him. Now I had to take it like by force, and I
Oh,
got
okay.
it, and I now have it. Now that's
Did you
where I
shoot?
stopped.
Did you shoot the head Maelstrom guy or no?
Yes, I did. I shot him.
Ooh, okay. So let me just clarify to who was it? Michael. The reason that I didn't keep stuff in the car before is because certain weapons only work on your will only work on your wall if they were in the apartment. So I kept everything in the apartment, including the clothes and everything. I didn't want to have to split up my inventory between the car and the apartment. But now, since they're both together, I can put the weapons in the car and they will show up on my wall in the apartment. That's why I did that. And I like the fact that they merged those. So okay, so you shot what's his name? Brick? No, Bryce. I think his name's Bryce.
Shot him.
Yeah, you shot him.
Just ran him through. My game gonna
And
be harder
then,
now.
so did you have to fight? Did you fight the Maelstroms at that point, or did they let you out? Did you have to fight a bunch of Maelstroms, or did you fight Militech, or who did you fight?
I fought the Maelstroms all the way through,
Did you have to
and then
fight a boss guy, the boss like that was in a suit, like Alien, where he, like had he shoots these guns at you and
I don't think so. No, no,
so
no Militech.
no, well, Militech, when you got out, right? Who did you talk to? Did you talk to
I got
Meredith,
out.
or did you
I got
talk to
out.
another guy?
I got out with the flathead, and I can't remember who I talked to. I can't remember the name, but I
Was it
got
a
out with
girl
it
or a boy?
because remember a girl.
Okay, that's Meredith. All right, so
Yeah.
you talked to Meredith. So, okay, well, I'll tell you one thing. You're gonna be able to have a little bit of relationship with her later. So get
Oh,
ready.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because basically, Jackie's like, man, I can't believe we got the thing essay, and he's like talking to me like that, and he's like,
Yeah,
we
well,
got it
he's a
for
street
sure,
kid.
man.
He's like the Valentinos, man. He's
Yeah,
he's a street kid. So when you play the street kid, you and him have a lot more of a working relationship that's a little
yeah,
different because you guys are the same, So
right,
everything he does and you do are they mesh up better. But
yeah.
Nomad and the Nomad, you played the perfect role so for you.
Well, I'm just and like I said, normally I wouldn't shoot. I'm just trying to do something different, like I'm not always being real harsh with the way I talk to people or whatever, but you know, if I'm gonna get put in a spot, I'm shooting. Just kidding. I'm just saying.
Well, one
I'm sure
thing
you can
that
make it through the game like that.
well, you can. It's just it's all about options later, and
Yeah.
the options that you get, especially towards the end game. It just really depends on how you treat people at the beginning. So if you pick if you pick certain things, you get different options. So on your second, if you do a second playthrough, so
Hmm.
usually on the first playthrough, I won't pay attention to anything really.
Yeah.
I'll just go play it. But then on the second one, I might go watch some videos so I can see if there was a different option. So basically
Hmm.
now that I've played it 5 times, I know exactly what I want out of the game. So I know exactly how
Yeah.
to get every single thing I want in the
Right.
game. And for me, there's just certain things, there's certain weapons I go after, there's certain things, and then outcomes like I can end the game now where I get an option to do all the endings. So
Hmm.
I make sure because if you don't do certain things or you skip certain things, then you don't get these options towards the end of the game. So but when your first playthrough, you want to discover all that stuff on your own, and I have no problem with that. But as long as you've played, there's uh, there's no reason for me to hide it from you. So you've already killed you killed Brick or what's his
Bryce.
name, Bryce.
Brick was a guy that he fought and killed or whatever, right?
Yeah, Brick. Well, no,
They had a
Brick is
fight
still
or something.
alive. Yeah, Brick is still alive, but you can rescue him, but you didn't rescue him. So I don't know what's going to happen for you. I don't even know who's going to be in charge of the Maelstroms now for you.
We'll
I
find out.
never did that one. Yeah, you'll have to tell me about that one because there's at least two, and I don't know. Did you kill Dum Dum too? Dum Dum's the guy that
Um,
sat down with you and chit chatted with you for a while.
well, if he was right there, they all started fighting me, then probably
Okay, all right. So
killed
yeah,
them,
that's going
killed
to
them
be
all.
interesting. That's going to be
Let God
interesting.
sort them out.
Hey, thanks Hazel for the 50 stars. Wow.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's got to be cool, right? Because it says sent stars for the first time. Replay. What does that mean when you replay it? I don't understand that. Does
I
it
don't
send
know.
something to chat or what does it do? I don't
I
know.
had no clue.
I don't
Don't
know
know.
what it does. Okay. Well,
So,
thank you,
anyways,
Hazel. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, if you free Brick, then he just basically acknowledges you later. But I don't know of any other real reason to rescue him other than you can. But
yeah,
it's one of those things, and the option you chose, I'm not sure that you got that option to rescue him or not.
find
So
out.
I mean, but when you
Well,
talk to Meredith, she gave you an option too. She was gonna give you a card, and she gave you a card, and for money. She gave you a card with
mhm.
money, and obviously you didn't choose that path either. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with you. You have to let me know.